Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, TransportTrainSolutions.com on a Friday. This is 19th September. I want to remind everybody I have a class coming up on Tuesday about gaps. Huge. This is a big topic. We've had a lot of big gaps. Intel. I don't know if you saw that one. That's probably a big changer. I'll talk about that in the class. Other gaps getting filled right now with a lot of stocks. In fact, we also created a gap in Southern Copper this morning, and we are long that at TTS. So all this very good topic. Join me for that class. Register below. Also sign up for the newsletter. Let's go right into the charts. I'm doing this live, this right before the close here, and we're basically just at all-time highs with the markets. Looking at the S&P, there's really not much to talk about. I mean, we're at all-time highs. How high can it go? Obviously, we don't have any supply overhead. Um, we are overdue for some type of at least a pullback of some degree, but that's, again, largely momentum. Under the surface, still lots of rotation. Banks are at all-time highs. Um, but if you look again below the surface, there are many stocks that are kind of languishing. It's really just a lot of rotation and just the mega caps really carrying the load still, I would say, with Apple today rallying and, uh, just kind of day-to-day rotation. So that really is what's happening under the surface. So on an index level, not much really. Russell did make an all-time high, so that finally did join the party. It is pulling back as we speak. So we'll see. Again, this is an interest rate story. If rates do back up again, which they're, again, I've been talking about this, writing about this, 4%, just cannot get through that. Looks like we may be headed back up to 420 if that's the case. Mega caps, small caps fall back down. Looking at the housing stocks as a proxy for this as well. TLT also cannot get going here above the the 91 level. This is also very critical that TLT holds at 88 with regards to the 10-year yields. Dollar also following rates. You can see it's bounced pretty hard off that level that we've been focused on here at TTS for a while. It's actually a gap too, speaking of which, speaking of gaps. So we've got that here. We'll see if we can get up to maybe 99 or even 100. That's been a key level. All the currencies are now backing away after the big rally here. Copper, which I just mentioned, looks like it may be going higher. The rest of the market's really not a whole heck of a lot going on. The November contract in oil is basically in a range, kind of a no man's land. Nat gas trying to hold on to this range here. I think if it's got to break above 320, as long as it holds above this level here, maybe just range trading. So for the moment, right along this 288 level, and the grains just back and forth, back and forth. Some short-term opportunities here, but not anything to really write home about. So that pretty much summarizes it. Next week going to be an interesting week. We've got core PCE on Friday. Rates still are, obviously the market is not that concerned about rates at these levels. I think if we get above 420.25 on the 10-year, that could be a little bit of an issue. Shorting the market, obviously, is off the table unless we get some big reversals. I think the big level to look at in terms of any kind of a pullback here would be this 66.20, 66.75.50. Also, you want to look to NVIDIA, see if it's going to break out. NVIDIA just kind of chopping around for now. You can see NVIDIA really not doing much. See if it actually breaks out above 180 and makes a new high. We've had a really nice move in Palantir. over the last couple of days. Big volatility in the stock. That's a great stock to trade, by the way. So, that's where we're at. We will see, interesting one last bit here. We've got VIX still hovering above 15, even as the market makes new highs. This is kind of an interesting development. We'll see if this means anything. That means the hedges are still on. You would expect the VIX to be falling at, below 14 with the markets at all-time highs. So the fact that it's still sitting at 15 could reflect maybe just some hedging still going on below the surface. In any event, next week's going to be interesting to see if we at some point are going to get a pullback. If we go parabolic, that's going to be another sign that maybe the market's getting a little frothy. But in the meantime, just longs are, bulls are still in control. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt until you actually see some patterns on the chart. Again, sign up for the class. Give me a thumbs up, put some commentary in the chat, sign up for the newsletter, and we will see you next Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Take care.